Ladies and gentlemen, Season 3, Episode 10 of the very popular Netflix Drive to Survive. Guys, this is a good one I want to unpack here. Here we go again. Lewis Hamilton being the victim. It's true. I mean, almost everyone in the world faces getting bullied at some point in their life. Taking crap from somebody. Your brother, your sister, your parents, friends, so-called friends, work, your boss, maybe you're bullying other people. But instead of being defined by it, like poor little victim Hamilton here is, how can we rise and transform our experiences into strength?
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move, he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front, what a move from fifth all the way to the lead in lap one.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Walsh. Can we do that? Can we at least try? I mean, Lewis Hamilton's going on about getting bullied because he's a black child in motor racing, etc., etc. Well, that has led to serve him very, very well, lads, over the last few years. He has people bow down in traffic for the man because they're scared of, if I don't do something now, or if I do something to him now, well, it might look like I'm racial. And that's been happening a lot in a lot of sports, lads. A lot of sports. And it's unfair. It is unfair because there's a lot of people out there that use it. Lewis Hamilton's probably on about 50 to anywhere probably from 50 to 100 million a year. Private jet, everybody kisses his ass. And he's calling the victim card, the racial card. A lot of things have been handed to that boy. A lot of things, lads. And this isn't me being bitter, or this isn't me being angry. This is actually me, this is actually me being annoyed that he is throwing out the racial card. Because, guys, haven't you all been bullied at one stage? Somebody picks on you, okay? My point is this. If there was no such thing as racism in the world left, if that was all gone, people would still get bullied. It doesn't matter. I mean, what about those poor kids? Okay, they've got a disability. They've got a couple of fingers off their hand, or they've got a deranged arm or something. Okay, what about those poor kids that go to school? They don't go around calling racial cards. You know what I mean? Honestly, guys, I mean, it drives me nuts. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But okay. Really, guys, this whole episode is about delusion. We see McLaren jumping around, messing around, with all their wet towels slapping each other on the asses again. And what happens? They finish third in the Constructors' Championship. Where's the standards gone? I know I'm sounding probably like a broken record, lads. When did finishing third become an achievement worth celebrating? Don't they realize they're setting the bar lower? Jeez, I mean, they should be chasing victory, not content with a podium that's merely a consolation prize. It's a slap in the face to every driver who's risked it all for that checkered flag. A slap in the face. We need a culture that gets excellence. It thrives on competition. It's not about just showing up. It's about dominating, lads. About pushing boundaries. Are we really okay with this? Are we satisfied with this mediocrity? Dressed up in a party hat? Man, honestly, I refuse to accept it. I demand more. And I know you lads do as well. McLaren have to raise their standards. Let's celebrate the relentless pursuit of victory, huh? Not the comfort of settling for less. The roar of the engines should be echoing with the sound of ambition, not complacency. So let's not cheer for third place. Let's strive for the top. Come on, man. And then we see then we go to Ricciardo, guys. Okay, they're keeping an eye on Ricciardo, and they're sort of going on about that it's his last few races, etc. And yeah, bear with me, lads. I'm looking at my notes here. And I'll just finish with this. Ricciardo makes a deal with the Renault boss, Cyril, that if he finishes third, he gets a tattoo. That's what we've got to now. He has to get a tattoo for finishing third. Wow, lads. And I know there's a lot of money up for grabs in motor racing. If you finish third in the constructors rather than fourth, you get more money. Yes, that's good, lads. And, like, what would you do? Give him a fist bump. Hey, good job, lads. Good job. Nice one. Cheers. Cheers. That's about it, right? You have a smile on your face. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? But I mean, getting a tattoo because you finished third, there's something in the water, lads. There's something in the water. And let's just, I'm gonna keep going, God. Let's just finish off with this. Ron Dennis brought that championship team to the championship winning team. And Zach Brown is in his shadow. This isn't some Formula One new team, okay? Which you would understand if it was their first year in Formula One and they finished third, right? That would be an unbelievable performance, especially if it was your first ever year in Formula One, okay? Then I could understand them jumping around the place, all right? Because it really would be motivating. It's giving you confidence to, hey, lads, jeez, we could finish maybe second, or hey, dare we say it, we could even win the championship next year, maybe, But they're under Ron Dennis. You think Ron Dennis would be happy with this? No, he wouldn't. The guy'd be slitting his wrists at home, I'd say. God, man. God. And okay, but guys, before we round it off, we're doing a very short one today. But actually, it's very interesting, and a lot of people talk to me about the traveling of racing as well. And even Toto, he says in this that he did 700 hours in a plane in the year before they interviewed him for this one. 700 hours, lads, divided by 24. That is 29.1 days he spent in the air. Like, can you imagine one full month, 24/7, non-stop for a month? That is serious mileage. And it is a lot of mileage, lads. I mean, like, people think that, it's very glitz and glamour. But really, guys, we do a lot of traveling, and then you get to the racetrack, and then you're going back to the hotel. I mean, it really is racetrack, hotel, flight, racetrack, hotel, flight, racetrack, hotel, flight. A lot of people think, that the drivers are going on the piss every night or whatever, right? They might have a few drinks at the end of on a Sunday night if there's a good result, lads. But chances are they're jumping on a plane to go home again. And not a lot of people would realize that, guys. But 700 hours, that would be a hell of a lot of time in the air. I didn't do 700 hours. I probably did about 400, 500 hours, which is still a lot. But yeah, guys, if you're traveling around the world, that's the type of mileage you're doing. That is the type of mileage you're doing. And, guys, I think this one is, don't buy into, if you're going to watch this episode now after this, don't buy into Lewis Hamilton's garbage. Okay? Believe me, that boy's been well looked after in Formula One. A lot well looked after than a lot of other people in Formula One. Believe you me. Believe you me. Don't be mistaking that he's a victim at all. Flying around in his private jet or all around the world. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there today. Nice short one. Cheers.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move. He's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front. What a move from fifth all the way to the lead in lap one.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter Walsh.